William Lawrence Boyd, known for his iconic role as Hopalong Cassidy, was born on June 5, 1895 in Henryburg, Ohio. His journey to fame was neither quick nor easy, as his early life was far from glamorous before he ventured into acting. After his family relocated to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and later to California, Boyd took on various jobs such as picking oranges, working as a surveyor, and even modeling in department store windows. These experiences shaped his grounded view of life, which later reflected in the down-earth characters he portrayed on screen. Boyd's striking appearance and compelling screen presence led to small roles in silent films during the 1910s and 1920s, but his breakthrough came in the late 1920s, with starring roles in The Volga Boatman, 1926, directed by Cecil B. DeMille, and The King of Kings, 1927. He then became a popular leading man in Hollywood, gaining favor with both audiences and studios. However, Boyd faced a setback during Hollywood's transition from silent films to talkies, when a case of mistaken identity, wrongly associating him with another actor of the same name involved in a legal scandal, damaged his reputation and led to being blacklisted by film studios. Despite this adversity, Boyd persevered, and in 1935, he made a pivotal decision by acquiring the film rights to Clarence E. Mulford's Hopalong Cassidy stories, taking on the dual role of actor and producer to ensure the character's future on screen. The first Hopalong Cassidy movie, initially a modestly budgeted Western, unexpectedly resonated with audiences, establishing Boyd's portrayal of the clean-cut, silver-haired cowboy dressed in black as a beloved and admirable character who always upheld moral values. Hopalong Cassidy, like the typical rough-edged anti-heroes of the time, was known for his bravery, kindness, and commitment to justice, making him a role model especially for young viewers between 1935 and 1948. William Boyd starred in an impressive 66 Hopalong Cassidy films. Recognizing the rising popularity of television in the 1950s, Boyd took the initiative to syndicate the Hopalong Cassidy films for TV, and even developed new content for the show, a decision that proved to be immensely successful, turning Hopalong Cassidy into a national sensation and a prominent brand. Boyd's image became ubiquitous, appearing on various merchandise, such as lunchboxes, comic books, cereal boxes, and toys, endearing him to children and earning the respect of parents for the values he embodied. Despite facing a significant identity mix-up and being wrongly blamed for another actor's actions, Boyd's determination led him to continue his impactful career, rather than fading away from Hollywood for good. Boyd's decision to invest his own money in syndicating the Hopalong Cassidy films for television was initially perceived as a peculiar move, especially during a time when Westerns were prevalent. However, his strategic foresight paid off as audiences not only liked, but loved his portrayal of Hopalong Cassidy, appreciating the distinctive qualities he brought to the character. Boyd's unwavering dedication to the role is evident in the fact that he starred in 66 Hopalong Cassidy movies from 1935 to 1948, demonstrating his commitment and passion for the character without letting fame get to his head. Amidst a time of chaos and uncertainty, Boyd recognized the significance of the solid and virtuous representation that Hopalong Cassidy provided, which further solidified his decision to stay true to the character and the values he embodied. William Boyd's career, which could have ended in scandal, took a remarkable turn as he transformed his own narrative, transitioning from near obscurity to becoming one of the most iconic and respected figures in American pop culture, all while maintaining his authenticity and donning his signature black cowboy hat. In a surprising move, after retiring from acting, Boyd shifted his focus to a completely different field, real estate, and chose to lead a quieter life in Palm Desert, California, a serene and tranquil place at the time, contrasting the bustling resort town it is known as today. Boyd invested the money he earned from movie checks, TV royalties, and merch deals into property, and achieved great success. His transition from a screen cowboy to a shrewd businessman off-screen is noteworthy. After moving out of Hollywood, Boyd chose to completely disappear from the public eye, avoiding interviews, talk shows, and where are they now? Stories. This decision was motivated by his desire to preserve the honorable image of his iconic character, Hopalong Cassidy, as a symbol of honor, fairness, and courage. Boyd's discipline in staying out of the spotlight, despite the pressure on aging stars to remain relevant, is commendable. In a rare instance, Boyd opened up about his friendship with Randolph Scott, debunking speculations and revealing their genuine, understated bond. Their friendship was characterized by authenticity, shared values, and a focus on leaving behind positive legacies. Boyd emphasized their mutual desire to create characters that inspired moral values and pride in fathers, highlighting their rare and timeless mindset. Boyd also defended Scott's personal life with a powerful statement, asserting that Randy lived with grace and decency and didn't owe the world an explanation for his choices. His words served as a reminder that meaningful friendships do not require public validation. Dignity can be best expressed through silence. As Boyd reflected on a distant time during an interview, where he remembered his friend and the different nature of Hollywood today compared to the past. In the past, individuals had to rely on their work and word, standing tall without the safety net of the internet. As emphasized by Boyd in the interview, Boyd expressed his gratitude for the enduring memory of himself and Randolph Scott, emphasizing the importance of leaving behind a meaningful legacy that brings smiles to people's faces. Through his portrayal of the character Hopalong Cassidy, William Boyd demonstrated a lifelong commitment to the Republican Party, aligning with traditional conservative values such as personal responsibility, love of country, and the importance of law and order. Boyd's public support for General Dwight D. Eisenhower during the 1952 U.S. presidential election was not a mere celebrity endorsement, but a genuine admiration for Eisenhower's leadership and moral character, resonating with fans and earning praise from Republicans for bringing visibility to the campaign. Boyd wasn't simply endorsing a candidate. He was championing the values he had long been promoting through his work. Recognized for his contributions to American film, Boyd was posthumously honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Located at 1734 Vine Street in Hollywood, this star symbolized more than just fame. It represented the pioneering role Boyd played in redefining the Western cowboy, transforming a rough-edged gunslinger from Pulp Fiction into a white-haired honorable role model, admired by both children and adults. Boyd's influence extended beyond the silver screen, reshaping audience perceptions of heroes and leaving a lasting impact on American culture. In 1995, Boyd was posthumously inducted into the Western Performers Hall of Fame at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City, a prestigious honor in Western entertainment that celebrates those who have made a permanent mark on the genre through various mediums. His impact on the Western genre transcended the screen, as he made significant business moves, such as acquiring the rights to the Hopalong Cassidy character and controlling its marketing and merchandising, showcasing both his creativity and business acumen. William Boyd passed away on September 12, 1972, at the age of 77. After battling Parkinson's disease and congestive heart failure in his final years. Throughout his health struggles, Boyd's devoted wife, Grace Bradley Boyd, remained by his side, caring for him until the end. Boyd's final resting place is at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California, respected cemetery in the state. Within the Great Mausoleum, there is a peaceful sanctuary called Guiding Love Alcove, which serves as the resting place for many Hollywood greats. For fans of Hopalong Cassidy, this sanctuary has become a quiet pilgrimage site, where they can pay their respects to the man who brought the character to life. Grace lived for many more years after William Boyd, passing away in 2010 at the remarkable age of 97. Upon her death, she was laid to rest beside Boyd, creating a touching tribute to their shared love and the lives they built together. Even in death, William Boyd and Grace remained together, symbolizing loyalty, artistic passion, and lasting devotion. William Boyd's legacy extends beyond Hollywood, as he became a symbol of an era characterized by upright heroes and honest values. For enthusiasts of the golden age of the Western, Boyd's spirit serves as a reminder of the enduring values that once shaped a nation. Shifting the focus to Randolph Scott, he was not just the cowboy depicted on movie posters, but a man with a cool stare and an iron jaw. He was not the type to seek attention with loud gestures, but rather had a quiet, assuming presence that hinted at his lasting impact. Initially, Scott started as a supporting actor in the studio system, often seen alongside notable stars like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Despite not being a star at first, Scott exuded a remarkable presence and authenticity that caught the attention of studios and audiences alike. His transition from a supporting role to a lead actor was seamless, as he embodied romantic rivals, stoic heroes, and loyal friends across various genres. Scott's grounded and believable acting style resonated with audiences, as he conveyed emotions and depth subtly, without the need for theatrics. Even when he missed significant opportunities, such as almost landing the role of Ashley Wilkes in Gone with the Wind, Scott remained steadfast and continued to build his career. Unlike many stars who were still searching for their niche, Scott found his in Western films, portraying authentic, complex characters with a quiet strength and deep principles. His portrayal of rough, principled men in Westerns defined and exemplified the genre, resonating with audiences who appreciated characters that communicated through actions rather than words. When he took on the role of a cowboy, it seemed as though he had always belonged there. In addition to portraying the cowboy character, he also made strategic decisions such as partnering with producer Harry Joe Brown, initiating well-known film projects, and taking charge of his own career during a time when film studios held the majority of power. Scott quietly established his own authority by choosing his projects, shaping his roles, and creating enduring Western films that continue to be studied and discussed today. Later, he formed a creative alliance with director Bud Boticher and writer Burt Kennedy, and together, they produced Western films that were not just ordinary cowboy movies, but rather were considered as Western poetry. Movies like 7 Men from Now and Ride Lonesome were characterized by their depth, emotional resonance, and moral complexity. And Scott's performances in these films brought a raw and human element to the characters. What made his portrayals impactful was the weight and depth he brought to his characters, who were not just seeking glory, but were men with regrets, codes, and haunted pasts. Scott's performances were marked by silence, yet they also conveyed profound emotional scars. And his ability to communicate without grand speeches was a testament to his talent. It is possible that the depth he brought to his performances was influenced by his own life experiences. Despite being born into a privileged background in the South, Scott was not merely a product of his upbringing, as he was also involved in athletic pursuits such as football, swimming, and horse racing. And served as a soldier in World War I, he demonstrated his courage and strength by serving on the front lines in France, facing real danger and exhibiting resilience and fortitude upon his return. Following the war, he explored various paths, including college football, textile engineering, and accounting at his father's firm, before being discovered by Howard Hughes during a round of golf, which ultimately launched his Hollywood career. Scott underwent rigorous training at the Pasadena Playhouse and honed his acting skills, alongside future legends like Gene Hackman and Dustin Hoffman, ultimately earning significant roles in the industry, while he did assist Gary Cooper with his Southern accent and the Virginian. Scott's career was not without its personal controversies. His personal life, including a brief marriage to a DuPont heiress and a long-term living arrangement with Cary Grant, attracted attention and speculation in Hollywood circles. Despite the rumors surrounding his personal life, the bond he shared with Cary Grant remained deep and enduring, lasting a lifetime. Even after ceasing to live together, their friendship remained strong, unlike other actors who pursued fame and glamour. Scott focused on long-term success. He may not have been flashy, but his intelligence set him apart. While audiences admired him as a cowboy on screen, behind the scenes, he quietly established a significant real estate portfolio. He invested in land in Palm Springs and properties in San Fernando, recognizing their value ahead of others. Upon his retirement in 1962, he had amassed a fortune, becoming a prominent figure in Hollywood with wealth exceeding $100 million. Remarkably, he achieved this without being embroiled in drama, scandals, or seeking the spotlight. His astute Business decisions left even his family astonished upon his passing. His final film, Ride the High Country, served as a poignant farewell, portraying aging lawmen grappling with a changing world. The emotional depth of the film reflected not only the character's journey, but also the actor's personal reflections on their legacy. After this role, he chose to retire from acting, content that he had conveyed everything he needed to in his later years. He lived a reserved life of wealth, devoted to his private family, consisting of his wife and 2 adopted children away from the public eye. His passing in 1987, just 2 months after Cary Grant, was marked by a modest funeral near his childhood home in North Carolina, officiated by Reverend Billy Graham, and honored with a tribute from President Ronald Reagan. Despite not seeking Hollywood glamour, his life, work, dignified departure were profound expressions of his values and principles. Randolph Scott may not have been the most conspicuous figure in Hollywood, but his quiet strength left a lasting impression.